Hey, what's going on, guys? The Guitar Gamer here with another guide for you this week. We are going to be at Atlanta in the ARCA car, '08 Atlanta more specifically. Um, so there's a couple things I need to show you here right out the gate that are important. This first little section I messed up, and I'm going to show you how to avoid the same mistake on your build-up lap. And then before I get started with that, I just wanted to say, if these do help you, I don't make anything for doing these, and I'm laid off work right now. So if you could take the time to like the videos, it really goes a long way in helping me to grow the channel. So I would be greatly appreciative of that. And then if you're going to rely on these guides, and I get more followers, if the numbers keep growing, then I will start to put out more and more lap guides as well. So going into 3 and 4 here, I want to show you this mistake I made, because this is going to happen a lot right here if you're not ready to counter it. So right there is another wrong way of doing it. So there's a hump here, and my way of trying to avoid smacking the wall like I did last lap was to come lower and then go high after I cross that bump. But once, as you can see here, I lose traction. Okay, so that's obviously not going to do it. So then we'll reset at it again here. Okay. So this is the correct way to do it. So come in high, you want to try to get to the wall before the Cup Series sign. And there's a hump here, and what you have to do is give it just a little bit of extra wheel to the left as you're going over that, or really ideally before you go over it, just to keep from going into the wall. It's either that or you're going to have to come in slower. So I recommend coming in as almost full throttle and then just using a little extra wheel, and you'll see right here the move I make. Right there, see that little bit of extra wheel I used? That's all it takes to get you over that bump. Keep it as close to the wall as you can coming in the line. So I saved that at a certain point. I started setting my active reset markers here. So I'm just showing you the buildup that I was using, and then eventually I started resetting here, but it was still from that exact same buildup you're seeing now. So the time's going to be a 29.871. So you want to come up to the Cup Series sign here and get as close to the wall as you can. And I try to bring it down across this crease. Still full throttle. I'm going to bring my left tires across this little white square. And this first shadow here, you're going to lift to about 80% just as you cross it. The second shadow, my fault. So this one here, just as you cross it, you're going to pop it down quickly to about 80%. And you're going to hold that as you start to make your way down to the line. And you'll see me moving the wheel back and forth, and what I'm doing here is I'm just letting the car fish for grip. See there? I noticed it was getting loose, so I still didn't have what I needed, so I had to do a little bit of counter steer. But now I'm back up 90% throttle and then 100. So it's a gradual work up there, and you've got to find the point that the car starts to grip up, and then you can get to full throttle. Bring it up high, keep it close to the wall here. Same thing, we're going to do a late arc. So you'll see here, I lift a lot earlier into 3 and 4 than I did for 1 and 2. So about the Cup, as you're starting to pass the Cup Series sign, is when you're going to lift to your 80%. And then you're going to 75%, so I went down a little bit there. Holding that. And then you see there another tiny little drop of the throttle and then right back up. I'm just filling out the car, seeing how much grip it has. So if you feel that you're getting oversteer, then you just let off the throttle just a little bit. And then once you feel it grip up, You're up to full throttle. It's very easy to get loose here. It's going to be very loose this week if you're running fast. So just be prepared to oversteer. If you hit this corner right, how you'll know is you'll come out of 4 low. You won't feel like you're fighting to keep it off the wall. Your right wheels are kind of just sticking to this crack. Cross over it. And then don't be too, you want to be real subtle with your turn in here, because I want to come down to the apron as I cross the line, but you have to be subtle in your steering for this, because you can shave off, you can lose a couple of hundredths there if you're not careful. Just like that. So now we'll play the whole lap uninterrupted. And another thing to point out, in 1 and 2 you'll notice that my lowest speed was 178, and then in 3 and 4 my lowest speed was 176. So if you see your speed dropping down lower than that, you know that you're not going fast enough. So that's always something I try to keep an eye on. And then we'll do it one more time here just for the guys that like to see it in the chase cam. See there just how close I got to the wall. And you're really going to be on the edge. You're really going to be on the limit here this week. So, just like I said, be prepared to counter steer because there's going to be a lot of that. So yeah, there it is. That's 29871. And thanks for watching. And like I said, if this helped you, just please leave a like on the video. It goes a long ways. Thanks and have a good one.